And we're live. What is going on, y'all? It's your boy Jolly Don, and we back with another one. Comic Con weekend, man. Crazy weekend. Wanted to come on, live with you guys and just kick it and just talk about what happened, what I got, what I didn't get, and what I'm looking forward to get. You guys can ask me questions, what you guys thought of the weekend. I thought it was crazy. Shout out to the whole team. I know they had to kind of pivot a little bit, and they made it happen. What a wild weekend, man. The one thing I wish I got was the rabbits, man. I didn't complete the set, but I got one of my favorite ones, the red one, baby. Let's go. Let me just tweet this out a little bit. Shout out to everybody drinking their coffee late night. Great weekend for VeVe, and we got a lot of Omi burn. Let's go, Wes. Absolutely. Shout out to everybody who got something. Shout out to everybody who didn't get anything. There's gonna be plenty of like drops. That's the thing about VeVe. There's gonna be so many drops. There's gonna be 4 drops a week. So just because you miss out one week, or don't feel bad. I know the hype's crazy sometimes, and that's the thing. Everybody's excited to get it to show it off. That's the thing about collecting. Everybody wants to show off their collection, but also when you're on the other side of the stick and you didn't get that collectible and you really wanted it and you don't have it, it kind of sucks, right? But you gotta kind of eat it because you're gonna be on the other side, and like that's how I was the first 2 days. I was showing off, I got it, but I didn't get that secret rare. I didn't get the camo rabbit. So you win some, you lose some. You're not gonna win every single one, and don't worry, don't sweat it if you don't get one time. There's gonna be plenty of drops. Let me tweet this out real quick. We're live. What a weekend. What a weekend. I really, I'm excited. I got to add to my holy grail. I got the Call of the Cthulhu statue, the gold one. I'm excited about that big time. I made it my centerpiece. I made it my, I got my 2 golden dragon girls right next to each other. Let me join this chat real quick. What up, fam? Enemy, the Gale. What's going on, guys? Awesome Omi weekend. What do you guys think like the best drop was? I know my favorite. It's tough because I like them all. Even the posters. The posters were sick. I love the Back to the Future one. I kind of wish I went after the Jaws one on drop because it was the most expensive. But I just love that Back to the Future one. That the vibes on it. It had the Gale vibes, right? Such a great weekend. This was epic. 3 consecutive drop days. Insane. Great mindset, J Money. That's the thing, man. Like, because I know I get caught up in it. Like, people look at my collection and they're like, wow. But I'll see somebody get something and I'm like, dang, like, I wish I had that. Do I go, like, spend a bag on this? It's like, I don't need to do that. You know what I mean? There's going to be plenty. Wait till Spider-Man drops. Like, could you imagine the secret rare when, like, Marvel hits and all that stuff? Like, we haven't even got a toast of that. I know this is going to be important. This is, like, the first Comic-Con. But, there's the first of everything, for the next year. You got to think the first Spider-Man, the first Hulk, the first whatever, you know what I mean? The first luxury sports car, when Lamborghini drops. Who knows? I'm just speculating right now. I have no idea if we have Lamborghini. Don't quote me on that. But I'm just saying, you guys know me. I think we have every major brand. So I don't want to sit here and say we have the license to that. But, I think we're past the point right now. I mean, we know which brands we got. We know which ones we don't have. But it's always fun to speculate. You guys know me. I think we got every single major brand. I don't think Alcon, I don't think David, I don't think Dan, I don't think the guys are playing around. I think we got it covered. Um, I'm just so happy to be a part of it with you guys, and it's been a fun weekend, man. I wish I got into the metaverse. That's one thing. I wish I had a strong enough computer. I would be doing live streams all day with people, and I'd be reviewing every video if I had a strong enough computer right now. But when I do it, I mean, I guess I still could, right? It's just the quality won't be there. But I mean, you got to start somewhere, and maybe I should just keep doing it because I did with the Alcon interview. I just felt like that was too important not to do it, and I caught it live with Crypto Caggy Toddfather. But I mean, it's just laggy when I do it with other people. So I'll get there though. I'll get there, no doubt, no doubt. Luna, the weekend was a huge success for Akomi and VeVe. I think so too. Absolutely, I do. And you see crypto booming right now. Like Bitcoin just shot up from like 2K all the way up to almost 40K right now. Gold rabbit for sure. Haha, that was my favorite poster too, bro. Bro, that's the thing. Like, I love the shark poster. Don't get me wrong, but that Back to the Future, man. Like, when the vibes are catching with the neon, like the Da Vinci posters, like the blue, the purple, it's just dope, man. And I think that DeLorean is slept on. It's the first car ever. I really think we're gonna have like monster car, like every kind of like major thing. I heard somebody say one of the people with VeVe, maybe it was Alcon. He had like the monster cars, right? So I could see that coming. So I just see like the DeLorean is the first one ever. Yeah, there's 15,000 editions, but wait till there's 2 million people in the app. Choices is my favorite drop. All the killer rabbits look amazing. Past Man 93. Yeah, absolutely, man. The gold bunny. I like the blue bunny a lot. That's the one I don't have, but my favorite's the red one. The camo's cool. For some reason, I mean, obviously the camo blends in, so an AR doesn't look amazing. But there's only 888 of them, 888 of them. So, sorry, Johnny. What a great couple days with Ecom. We have more of a presence at Comic Con, but happy that it's our hidden gem for a bit. Like, that's the thing. Everybody thought it was like a boom. I thought it was kind of be like a boom to the world too. Um, but hey, I'm happy that it's not. And we see crypto booming right now. Let's see what Bitcoin is at currently right now. Bitcoin's at 38,200. That's the king of them all. So once that gets going, and I don't even think it's gonna. I don't think Omi needs that to go. It's just like a bonus if that happens. The way I see it, like I think Omi is like packed to so many different things. It doesn't even need Bitcoin, but I think if the king goes right, I think all of them are gonna go. But who knows? I mean, maybe it's just a little boom and it goes back down. No one really knows for sure. I think crypto is inevitable. I just saw a thing too. I saw this thing on Ethereum updates Instagram. I thought this was interesting. You know, it says Amazon readying to accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, and Bitcoin Cash, according to Insider. And then it has this article all about how some anonymous sources say Amazon. I mean, I see that it's just being inevitable. You know what I mean? Like the way I tweeted this a little bit ago, and I just see it becoming more and more true, especially with Jack Dorsey and the whole Square thing. Eventually, it's going to get to the point where you can pay with any crypto, right? Why can't you go to Wawa, right? You go pay, you just scan something with your. Not saying I like or dislike this. I'm just saying why this is inevitable. I didn't like Bitcoin back in the day, but it was inevitable. I should have been smarter to know that. Just because I don't like something, it just doesn't mean it's not going to happen, right? So like, why can't I just go to Wawa, right? Just pay, scan something with a QR code. I can pay with any one of these cryptos that I got, and boom, they just transfer to anything that they want instantly. Maybe they want Bitcoin, maybe they want fiat, maybe they want Ethereum, and they can just convert it, translate it instantly. Right now, you can't do it instantly. You can't do it magically like that. But I'm definitely sure one day you can. My favorite was called the Cthulhu. First, yo, Gail, I had to learn how to say that. Remember, I couldn't say that. My favorite was called the Cthulhu. First Comic Con drop, and also a little dark. Love Traps video on the set. I copped the whole set too. The secondary market must have, in my opinion. No, I agree absolutely. Like that was my first set I completed because it was the first ever Comic Con set. I was like, you know what? I was just gonna go after the DeLorean poster and then get that first set. I had to have it plus the gold statue. Me and gold. I had two gold statues at one point, but I had to trade it to finish the Mondo set. After I got thinking, I was like, you know what? I already have two golden, Dragon Girl statues. I don't need two, called the Cthulhu statues. So I just traded or I sold one of them and then I bought the whole Mondo set. Pretty happy with that one. And the other poster I like a lot is that red one. I didn't like the red poster a lot at first, but when I blew it up, I was like, oh, this fits perfect behind my little red rabbit. So I like that a lot. Also, another one that I liked. I mean, I liked them all, honestly. I liked every single one of the drops. I wish I got the gold rabbit though. I really did wish I got that, man. because there's a little space like right in front of my two statues with the gold Cthulhu statue. There's a little space there. Would have been perfect for a gold rabbit. But I don't need that, you know. Like that's just a little bonus. Bitcoin pumping. Amazon about to announce accepting payments. Bought and Omi at 0.00267. I can see it happening. Absolutely, it's inevitable, right? Like, come on. Can't wait to see the next drop is. Great weekend preps. Great weekend peeps. Absolutely, Crypto Keeper. I think, Amazon's just the first, right? Amazon's just going to be the catalyst. Amazon's going to be just what gets the ball rolling, I think. Because, people are crypto rich, whether people want to admit it or not. That's why everything booms. That's why Top Shot boomed. I always say this. LeBron James was selling for $250,000. That was because of not Ethereum, but whatever their crypto was, right? All these like high NFTs are being sold in Ethereum or other cryptos. That's what's booming it. And I see the same thing happening with, you know, eventually VeVe and also Amazon and all these other, institutional household names. We know Jurassic Park, Star Trek, NFLPA, Marvel, and 80 out of 100 of the Batman black and white figures still left to drop. What else has been confirmed? I know there is stuff I'm forgetting. Oh, there's so much. I'm gonna try to go to the. There is like a website. Forget. I don't know the website offhand. I'll be looking forever. I don't want to take too much time. But you can just find it, like find articles and stuff like that on VeVe, on Google. There's websites that show like the whole list of like confirmed, like little logos basically of all the confirmations. Like CBS, I think is one of them. All Cartoon Network, which is huge. Mattel, right? They don't talk about Mattel. Was that confirmed? I'm pretty sure that was confirmed. Not positive. Pretty sure that was with Marvel News, right? It was Marvel and Mattel. But Jurassic Park's gonna be absolutely insane. Now, I keep talking about the T Rex, but there's so many other cool parts about Jurassic Park which make it awesome, in my opinion. And that's just the beginning. Oh man, it's crazy. There's a couple rabbits that I still have to get that I wish I got on the drop, because if I got on the drop, like the camo, if I got on the drop, I would have just flipped that and I would have bought, would have bought the blue, the red, white, and I probably would have still had a little bit of cash left, and I would have just muscled up and bought the gold one maybe at like 1.5. Oh, so hard, 1.5. I do think we'll maybe see a little dip before it goes back up, but who knows? There's only 888 of the camo, only 999 of the cold. So I mean, who knows? I could just skyrocket right out of the place. Maybe no dip. I like them all. I like Jermaine Rogers, man. I didn't know who he was at first. That's what's cool about VeVe. VeVe gets us all into all these different artists, and it's kind of like a cool little, community base of all these independent artists. And Frank Kozik's happy, you know, all these guys, Simone, you know, all the people that just dropped, right? All these people that we didn't hear about that we got to learn about. It's cool, man. It gets us all in these different artists, and so many of us go back and open sea and look at all their other artwork. Someone found Mickey Mouse hand in the metaverse. Yeah, I believe it. I did see that. I can you imagine? It's gonna be a fun day, when they announce all this stuff like officially and it's confirmed, to the world, because finally at that point, the world gets to see like what we all saw and what we all visioned from day one. Like we all had this vision for VeVe, like it could be massive with all these different amusement park attractions, all these different things, right? Like a Disney license and stuff, but it's not confirmed. We thought that with Marvel, and then that was confirmed, and that was a big moment. And once all this stuff is confirmed, can you imagine this time next year? It's gonna be that point where all these, they're gonna have commercials on TV. They're gonna have all of this different stuff. 99.991% sure we have Star Wars. Evidence we use to speculate Marvel has Star Wars in it as well. Gotta be a sure thing, in my opinion. I saw like a Marvel logo on like a Medium article, like way back in March, and it got deleted. And I was like, yo, I swear they got Marvel. Yo, what up, December? Hey, Johnny Dog. Have you heard about the Damien Hirst, the currency project? I got selected to purchase now. Decide whether to keep the NFT and burn the physical art or burn the NFT and keep the physical art. No, I haven't heard about it. I heard a lot of different artists now are doing like you can burn the art for like different stuff. Interesting. It's almost like they're making art out of the cryptocurrency itself, you know? It's a different way to do it. I haven't heard about that though. I mean, if they drop one in VeVe, I'll probably dive right into it. That's the thing. Like Star Wars, I was never a huge fan growing up as a kid, right? But they drop a Darth Vader ultra rare with the lightsaber on VeVe. I'm the biggest fan of Star Wars. Like it gets you into these things that you never thought you may be a fan of, and that's what's so cool about VeVe, man. It's turned me into the biggest collector, and I absolutely love it. There's a couple season ones that I wish I had in the bag, and I don't have. When I didn't have the money at first, when I first saw it, I knew it was big, right? But that's the thing about VeVe. Like you might have found it early, but who has all this cake, just laying around? Most people don't. Most people don't have a bag, 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20,000 to just be like, okay, let me go buy that. This is gonna change my life. Some people are fortunate, some people aren't. I was blessed, with my family. So supportive. I was able to do it. But crazy times, man. Crazy times. I knew it was big. I was so close, so close, so close stopping at 4 collectibles, maybe like 4 or 5 collectibles. But I was like, no, this is big. This is gonna be huge. I can't just stop. Like it was all about gut feeling. Like I was just so close. Totally agree about finding new artists aspect of becoming VeVe, by the way. I need to pick myself a physical of the Jermaine Rogers Ultra Rare Rabbit. Yo, Comic Way just showed me he got the physical of the gold one. Niall Valentine, Crypto Keeper. What's up, man? Hey, what's up, brother? VV is quite the expensive hobby, bruh. Gail, can you imagine, dude? Just every week, just 4 times a week. How it's gonna get crazy, man. Honestly, at that point, it's gonna be better because you won't feel as left out. But when they got like they got too many first things right now. First appearance, first Comic Con exclusive, first NFL draft, first this. Like it sucks. It's a blessing and a curse. I don't want to say it sucks. It's a blessing, but at the same time, it's like yo, like who's got money to be able to get everything? So at this point, honestly, I'm like I just put it Todd up for sale. Like I didn't want to because I only got 4 left, right? And I wanted to keep that to at least sell for like 10K, right? But I gotta reinvest. Like I don't want to sell that, right? So I listed for like just under 1.4K. And if I can get that, there's a collectible that I really want that I think it's worth selling the first ever collectible on VeVe. I'm gonna have to pay just a tad bit more for it. But I think it's like one of the few collectibles that I think I can get. And that's the only reason why I would sell Todd because Todd, I think, is like one of those collectibles where you don't want to flip, right? There's so many other ones that you can kind of sell and reinvest, but Todd, that would only leave me with 3, and that means that like I'm not touching a Todd for a long time. So I wanted to hold on to that one. So I don't know if it's gonna sell or not, but if it does, it could be huge for my collection because I want to have a huge collection, right? I want to have one of those collections where people are like in awe to people are. I know my collection is big right now, but it's OCD at this point right now. Like I gotta complete like sets. I gotta complete. It's just like OCD at this point, and I want to make sure like people are impressed. I want to have like a fee for my collection, my museum. So I want to make sure like that's why I spent so much time creating it the way I did because it takes hours to design it. Now it doesn't. Now it's like I just place one here or there. But that's like my 4th one that I've created that almost looks identical. I looked out with the 804 Jermaine Rogers Red Rabbit. I love that Red Rabbit, man. I'm never selling unless it's worth ridiculous money. Yeah, man, that's a nice one. Sub 1,000, good stuff, man. Good stuff. What's your favorite collectible in your collection? Wow, what up, Andrew DeFleece? My favorite collectible. I know you guys are like, oh, Dragon Girl. All right, there's so many different aspects I can go, right? Like, which one means the most to me? Which one do I think is most valuable? Or just overall, like, what is my favorite one? Like, when I go in and like look at it, this might sound crazy. Maybe it's just because it's new, right? I know like new collectibles like mean so much. I mean, new collectibles are like it's the hype, right? Like it's like, oh, I'm all about it. I can't stop looking at it. There's two right now that I absolutely love, and I think it's just because it's new. So I'll go out of it like the new ones. Out of this weekend, my two favorite ones: the gold statue Cthulhu and the red rabbit. Now, red and gold look crazy together, and so I've been thinking about adding the red rabbit to like my centerpiece, but I just haven't done it yet. And when I look at the gold Cthulhu statue, I kind of almost regretted selling my second one just because it's solid gold. You know, I love the two golden dragon girls like back to back, and I think it looks almost like a little bit more classier than the gold Cthulhu statue. Gold, but the gold Cthulhu statue is all gold. It's just solid brick of gold. You know what I mean? Like the golden dragon girls is a little bit more class, and it has like the silver like prestige looking like royalty looking luxury. But the gold Cthulhu is just solid gold looking. So I love that. And then the red rabbit, the black eyes, you know, I think it looks. I almost thought about the gold rabbit. What if it had black eyes? I almost like debate in my head what would look better. And I'm torn, honestly. I'm torn on that one. You know, I would love to have another one drop that has black eyes. I think that would be sick. Black eyes with a black knife. How sick would that be? Maybe that could be like an accessory. Wow. You can change the eyes. Could you imagine? Maybe that's an idea, right? If that drops, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna have to think about it, but overall, I mean, Dragon Girl, obviously, but new ones, I think that answers it, right? I only have two NFTs because I wanted to get the 1 million Omi first. I hit that goal, so now I can occasionally buy an NFT here and there. Oh, cool, man! Congrats on getting the 1 million. Nice, man. It's a good feeling. It's good. Now, what you're gonna run into the problem with, you're gonna be like, dang, you know, I got to 1 million. I want to be able to cash out like a million, but I got 1 million. But I mean, that's like a good problem to have. You know, that's like a luxury to have. Um, but yeah, man, the NFTs are cool because they're fun. You know, it's an investment, but it's fun, and you're gonna grow attached to them too. Like you may not think you. I never would have thought I was gonna grow attached to like a digital unicorn, right? But like I'm not selling my Metallo. Like I love Metallo. Mint number 2003, the year that Tokidoki was founded. Like, come on, that's priceless. That could go down for like easily 100 grand. Like I was thinking even like a million. Like Tokidoki's gonna have that in their museum. They're gonna have that in the VeVe. The 2003 mint. That's the first year that they were founded. Like 2003. Like why would they not want that in their VeVeverse museum, right? And I imagine like the metaverse as the VeVe verse. Like I imagine that metaverse, like not the VeVe verse, as like the museum for like VeVe. They talk about having like the number one mints and everything in there. Why would it not be something like that? You know, just the more premium way. Like look the way the collectibles look. Imagine what the environment's gonna look like in 8K. Like, come on, they're not playing games here. Like, we got the Gale and Andrew in here. What up, boys? What's up now? Yeah, Red Rabbit is dope. Yo, what's good, Johnny? TKO, Barber. What's good, my man? Crypto Keeper. What's up, my god? Gale. Grizzly Attack. Can someone explain what kind of December wheel? Oh, decoder wheel. I gotta get to score something besides a dang GB common, a bronze Cthulhu. Do I have to close my eyes, point my phone towards Singapore, and pray? That's funny, man. Yo, I don't know what you got to do, man. I know I lucked out big time this weekend. I looked out on the first 2 days. I got, what was the first drop? The Cthulhu. I went after the book and I got the book somehow. I was like, what? This is wild. I don't know. I didn't know too much about the book. I had to do so much like research, and that's why I didn't do a video on it because I didn't do so much research. I didn't want to sound stupid and just not know what I'm talking about. I still don't really understand it, so I just didn't want to make a video and just I don't like talking about stuff I don't know. I'm not gonna BS you guys. I'm not gonna like. So I didn't make a video on it, but I got the book. I knew it was important. That's like I joined VeVe, right, and I didn't know much about collectibles, but I can trust my gut and trust my instincts enough to like know like the Todd McFarlane Batman was like important. Like I bought 9 of them, or not 9, but I bought 8. I think I bought a ninth one later at like 200 or something like that. But I had almost 10 at one point, and that's how I was able to like trade along the way to get the sets that I did. I still got 4 left, so I'm holding them. Like I said, I just put 1 out there, but I'm not getting rid of 3. Um, but you got to trust your instincts in collecting big time, and because one thing is you're gonna know your instincts know more than you think, and two, you can die on your sword way easier. Meaning, like if someone told you to do something and you just did it off of what they said, and it's wrong, you're gonna feel like crap because you're like, wow, I didn't even want to do that. I just listened to somebody else. But if you did something just because your gut told you to do it and it was the wrong decision, you'll feel so much better about that way. Like it's so much easier to die on your own sword, as they say. So that's one thing. You got to trust your gut in collecting. I bought all these FAs. I have so many sub 1000s because I kind of knew I didn't know what this was, but I knew it was big. Like I just knew to do it. um, so that's one thing. You got to trust your gut in collecting big time. That was a funny though. Grizzly attack, man. You're funny. That's I got lucky, man. I got the book. I bought the gold statue. I bought the green one, the jade one. I know jade's like the original color, right? So the jade's big one. I didn't get many dupes this weekend. That's one thing I wish I could do. I think somebody talked about Gail said that in a tweet, right? One thing you could do differently, get dupes. Yeah, definitely. I don't have the money to get dupes right now, man. I don't have the money to get dupes, and to keep on going. Like I don't have money to do that. You're looking at like the potentially richest poorest person right now. So it's like I'm all in, like I believe in this so much to where I really do believe this is because you ready? You gotta think this is almost like when you took CDs and you transfer it into digital streaming. It's the same exact thing except with digital streaming, it's unlimited amount. Anybody can buy the music. It's not one of 1,000. And you're taking artists like shout out to It's Wonderful. You can sell NFTs with music, or you can sell music with NFTs. So I mean, sky's the limit for the potential, and it's really changing the whole industry slowly. But in the macro, it's actually happening kind of fast. Like it looks slow, but it's actually kind of happening fast because in the next 2 to 3 years, can you imagine what the NFT space is going to look like? People are going to find out slowly. I always said like when I found out about VeVe, I did the amount of work or research it took. People are gonna do in like 12 months a year. I did it in like 4 weeks. I had to learn crypto, I had to learn NFTs, I had to learn comics sorta to understand like what to buy. I had to learn so much stuff, and just because I had the time, I was blessed to have the time to be able to do it. I said that people are gonna learn in 12 months because people have careers, they have families, they have kids. They don't have the time to spend 12 hours a day reading, researching, watching. And so I think, over time, people are just going to slowly start to learn what NFTs are, why they're valuable, and the importance of them. I got lucky on that one. I got the drop, saved me a little bit of cash there. Then the next drop, Back to the Future, boom, Mondo, got that drop. That was crazy. I loved it. So happy. I got a sub 1,000. Back to sub 500. I think it was like 4 something. I mean, it's cheap right now, but I'm sure it's going to go up big time. Everyone have a successful Comic Con weekend then? Yeah, I think so. Absolutely. 369 Wise Mind Crypto. What's up, Don? Yo, I sold all my OMI at 0.0034 right after the bad news. I just bought back when it hit 0.0025. I got every set this weekend for free and made extra. Wow, that was risky, dude. But hey, congrats to you. See, I would not do that. But congrats to you, my man. Yeah, I mean, you can pull it off. That's see to me, that's almost like day trading to where it's like you're day trading NFTs on these different platforms. Like I don't want to risk if you get in early, you can time it right, boom, you can make out a killing like that. But if you don't time it right, like you can get stuck with the bag or you can miss the boat with Omi. And I don't have like unlimited amounts of Omi. I don't have like 10 million Omi to where I can risk a couple million, make a couple. Like if I risk a couple million, like I am not missing my chance with Omi, like so. But congrats to you, my man. Maybe you should have a fashion show. I would love to have, a Da Vinci, you know, a fashion show inside my VeVe verse, basically. Absolutely. Thanks. Now you need more, bro. I'm definitely having fun with the NFTs. They're fun, man. Absolutely. Big time. Whichever at the helm, man, I hope they take the time with the VeVe verse so that when people experience it, they won't want to leave. That's how I see it. Like Reese keeps saying, right, where we may see that trend happen where people go sell their stuff on OpenSea, but he keeps saying he thinks they're going to come right back to VeVe. VeVe, he said this, and I'll never forget it. This is why I keep quoting it. VeVe is the Disneyland for NFTs. That means people are going to have so much fun, they're not going to want to leave. They're going to be interacting with all these collectibles. They're going to be playing with all these collectibles. They're going to be playing games. It's going to be fun, and you own all of it. So, and that's going to expand in all these other different ways you can play games. I guarantee it. Love your channel, JD. Yo, Grizzly Tack, appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. This book is famous due to the H.P. Lovecraft, Evil Dead movies, role playing games, etc. Right. It's like a real cult like following. I know that much. It's like kind of niche, I guess you would say, but it's that horror comic, and those people are hardcore about it. So I know it's big, and I, it's a huge book. I guarantee there's a surprise, and I don't know what the surprise is going to be. Maybe it opens. Maybe we have a season 2 of unlocking stuff. All kinds of stuff happens. Can you guys hear me all right? I just want to make sure. Let me play this real quick. Yeah, all right, cool. Make sure you guys can hear me. I went for the book too, but I didn't get it. No, sorry to hear that, my man. Sorry to hear that. Did you buy in the marketplace or did you just miss out on it? I hope the book opens in the future, like some sort of password instructions on how to get something special in the VV verse. Wishful thinking, Catwoman safe. When safe. Man, I so hope that opens. If even if it doesn't open, it's Catwoman, right? It's the FA Catwoman. It's a big character. Even I know Catwoman. Like, come on, Catwoman's huge, especially with the new actor or actress who's playing Catwoman. I think she's gonna blow up. Batgirl too. Like, what's up, homies? Yo, what up? What up, J Kill? I think you said something. Yo, what's up, VV fam? Oh, there you go. Cool. I guess the first one was a mistake, a typo or something. What up, Jake Kill? When they do music NFTs, that's going to be fire. Can you imagine VV NFTs like with music? Come on, that's going to be mind blowing. Gotta get a Johnny Don Pineapple. It's Wonderful is going to have like 10 tracks, 15, 20 tracks by then. You may have like even like 50 tracks by then. Who knows? Kids on a tear, man. Shout out to Pineapple Gang. Gold Cthulhu has been crashing. Oh my gosh. I got so lucky with that. All right. So I bought it at like 265 with my second one. And next thing I know, in like literally a day, not even a day, I go check it and it's at like 340. I was like, yo, what is going on right now? I was like, do I sell it right now? It's only $100 come up. This could be like the next gold thing that pops up. I know there's a lot of additions though. That's the only problem with it. And I was like, I already have 2 Golden Dragon Girls. I don't have the Mondo set yet. Yeah, so I sold it for like 350, and then ever since I sold it, it just crashed back down. And I feel like almost people are watching me to like my as soon as they see like Johnny sell something, oh, it's crashing. It's like no, I have duplicates, so I'm trying to reinvest. If anybody thinks that, um, because I'm not made of money. Um, but so I sold it for 350. Got the Mondo series. I was pumped about that because I had the Back to the Future poster and that looks sick, but I needed the red and the other blue one, and then I just got the jaws, just to finish the set. Jaws, I think I bought it at like 220. I know it's expensive. It's gonna go back down, but completing the sets, it's addicting. Excuse me. Never mind. It's only one on the market. Then it goes to 295, 300. Yeah, it's gonna go back up. It's one of those pieces that look amazing. I think took an L on choices draft. Did good on everything else. Good man. Good. Congrats. If you get anything this weekend, you got to think of how limited everything is. Everybody who got everything, congrats to them. Everybody who just got something, congrats to them. And if you missed out, there's gonna be tons of other drops. So don't feel bad. Yeah, audio's good. Yo, what's up, JD? Thank you, Frank. Yo, what's up, JD? I'm late, but I'm here. Did you manage to get a lucky gold bunny? I did not, man. Missed out on lucky. Was not lucky. I love gold, so I was trying to add to the gold holy grail. Missed out. Unfortunate, but when they drop like a gold Superman secret rare, that's gonna be insane. When they drop like a gold cause secret rare, that's gonna just go. That's gonna stop time itself. But we'll see. We don't know if they have calls yet. I missed the book on drop. Got Red Rabbit instead. I'm cool with that. Red Rabbit. I love the Red Rabbit, man. Shout out to you, Red Rabbit. I'm a huge Red Rabbit fan. It's got blood. It's the only one that put in work, right? I just bought another Catwoman this morning. Nice. Let's go, Catwoman. Great buy. I sold my duplicate for cheap and I'm crying now. No, you don't want to sell low. Opinion on Death Collectible, undervalued, overvalued. Do you know her background? I don't know too much her background. I know her future. She's about to be in the movie Sandman, which will probably skyrocket the price. I had a duplicate. I had to sell thing around like 350. I mean, I didn't want to sell it. That's the thing. I don't want to sell so many duplicates. I have a duplicate Stay Puff that's on sale right now. I don't want to sell that. I have a duplicate Ghostbuster sign, but I don't want to sell that because the price is too low. I might even be up for sale right now. It's like 250 is the floor, and like I don't want to sell it for that cheap. But like there's times where like you just have to sometimes to reinvest in others that are going to skyrocket or ones that you really want. And that also comes down to like your goals. There's some times where do you want to just make the most profit every time or do you want to have a collectible that you really really want? Sometimes you'll be everybody's in it to make some kind of money, right? But it's not always strictly about the return on investment. There's times where you may take a little bit less return on investment if it makes you happier. You know, that's the thing I want to talk about too. Is like, yes, you always want to make a little bit of money, right? Everybody's in it to make money, but it's almost like you don't want to not be happy and just go after every single dollar, every single penny. Sometimes you may not want to make, $300. You're okay with making 150 and really getting that really good collectible that you've been looking after. It makes you happier. I mean, it just comes down to all different options, all different goals and what you're into. I do think death is definitely probably undervalued. I think all these collectibles are undervalued. Anything FA, I hate selling FAs because I know, like for instance, this is how you break it down. You ready? FA Joker. I always talk about. I have one up for sale actually. FA Harley Quinn, FA Batman, FA Superman, FA anything. There's gonna be other collectibles that drop, but there's never ever gonna be another FA. Other platforms may release, a Joker, another cult, but it's never gonna be an FA. You know, it's the first and only time there's ever going to be an FA in premium digital format. There's never going to be another Batman, another Superman in premium digital format first appearance. How many other collectibles do you think are going to have a digital Superman? In the next 5 years, tons. But no one's going to have the FA. And that's why these are so important too. Like, where I'm at. Sorry to hear that, bro. I managed to get one of my first secret rare, Mint 876. Oh, nice, man. That's a nice number, too. You know, sequential. Backward sequential. Yeah, man, my luck has been insane this week. Got Jay Cthulhu, number 80, Rare Blue Bunny. Nice. Sub 100. Bill and Ted, sub 1K. Back to the Future and Jaws. Then the secret rare today. I think I've got my. LOL, I think I've gotten my year's luck in 3 days. Congrats to you, my man. It's a great feeling, right? Shout out to VeVe making everybody's day, making everybody's, month, weeks. It's a good feeling because you turn a little bit of cash into now your favorite collectibles that you know are increasing in value. Premium digital assets. I spent 200 on a 1992 Protector, and the floor price is almost 200. Did I say that right? I'm confused. I spent 200 on a 1992 Protector, and now the floor price is almost 200. The floor was 150 at the time. Oh, okay, cool. I think you're saying so it went up in value, right? Maybe I'm reading that wrong. I'll hodl my 187 death forever. Oh, dude, 187 death. That's gonna be a good one, man. That's valuable right there, J Kill. J Kill, you got a lot of good collectibles, brother. FA definitely matters to comic book collectors. I think it matters just to collectors in general. Like collectors usually there's all different types of collectors. There's shout out to Brock. Brock's an OG in one of the groups I'm in, and I don't know if he's listening or not, but shout out to you, Brock. He brought up a good point. He talked about how there's all different collectors. There's completionists. There's just people that are fans of collectibles. Fandoms, and I think it just all depends. There's all different types of collectors. I think most collectors are going to want the first of something, which is the first appearance. Seen a sub 1K Ultraman Secret Rare for 625 yesterday. Insane. That one's being slept on big time, man. Bronze statue isn't getting any love, but same amount of mints. The bronze just doesn't look as appealing to the eye, but it's all they all look nice, man. Yeah, 10 plus deaths. People don't know her true worth or where she comes from. She is part of the Endless, and she is the strongest character in the DC universe. Oh wow, yeah, that's big. That's big time, man. I'm gonna read that again for people. This is like a late night gem again. Ready? Makes me makes me kind of mad that I saw my second death. Yeah, I have 10 plus deaths. Don't even know her true worth or where she come from. She's a part of the Endless, and she is the strongest character in the DC universe. Big time. Got super lucky on drop 1111 Gold Rabbit. Wow, J Kill. That's crazy. I know two people then who got crazy mints on that rabbit, the gold one. I know the other guy on Twitter, 777. That's like the holy grail. 111's amazing. Holding my 0084 Mara as long as I can. Smart move. What up, Tristan? Tristan. I would say Tristan. What's Tristan? Frank Cozy compared these early VVFAs, FEs, and CEs to Hall of Famer rookie cards. Once in a lifetime opportunity. It really is. No, 100%. That's what people don't realize. Like, we see it so often. Like, we see every drop of FE, we see every drop in FA, and we're like, oh, another one. Well, in 6 months, in 9 months, there won't be many FAs. Everything's going to be released again almost. Harley Quinn, the Unicornos, more Batman, you know, more or Frank Kozik. It's not the first appearance. It's not the first edition. So people are gonna be like, "Oh, we want the first ones." Boom, 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 boom. Like that's what happens. Not to mention when you can buy all these with Omi, you know, it's just gonna raise the floor like crazy. With ETH, like come on. Got all four sets, two luckies. Great job, great job. Two luckies, that's huge. I can't wait for FA Wonder Woman and more Superman stuff like Brainiac and General Zod. Dude, I can't wait for Marvel, man. I can't wait. Yeah. Wonder Woman's gonna be crazy. I'm personally so excited for Jurassic Park and Spider Man. When those two drop, oh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna spend everything I got. I got a 619 secret rare today. Need some Rey Mysterio fans to come on. Yeah, Marvel will be sick too. Absolutely. Ethereum's up at 2,300. Litecoin's at 136. Bitcoin's at 3,800. Comi's at 28.0028. I think Comi's such a steal right now. Not financial advice. Wow, insane. A lot of these things are going to get animated too. That's the other thing I want to talk about. Ritmo and Starfire are going to shoot up. Once we start seeing all these start to animate, not even like the Easter eggs. I'm talking about like straight off the bat. Um, whatever's going to drop, it's all animated. We're seeing the static. Like if you look in the white paper, they've talked about two AMAs. The first like whole half is they're called static, meaning they're not moving. You're about to see dynamic ones moving a little bit. So like all these are gonna animate soon. What cryptos you got in your portfolio, bro? From Nile. Yeah, Trevor's probably working some crazy stuff. Absolutely, man. Trevor's watching some crazy stuff. I'll show you what I watch. I have mostly Omi and VeVe. That's literally pretty much what I got. I watch a lot of them because I don't have the money to really be invested in other ones. But I watch a lot of other ones. I have a tiny bit of other ones. I'll tell you what I'm watching. But this is not financial advice. I'm no expert. I mean, I like pretty much the ones that everybody talks about. My number one's Omi. I have almost all Omi and VeVe. That's my number one baby. I believe in it so much. I think like I would rather get paid in Omi than money. Like in fiat cash. Bitcoin's inevitable. All these cryptos are inevitable. Ethereum is probably one of my favorites. I like Litecoin a lot. I think Litecoin's a sleeper, honestly. Pretty sure there's like 80 million capped. It's gonna follow Bitcoin. It won't ever be Bitcoin's price, obviously, but Bitcoin's inevitable, and Litecoin's what I use a lot to like transfer a lot of cryptos. When I was sending a lot to Bit4x, etc. I would use Litecoin because the fees are like nothing, and it happens fast. You know, I could see even something like Bitcoin Cash going up, especially with the news with Amazon. I like Polkadot a lot. I think Cardano will eventually make its way. Chainlink. And then like the metaverses, you got Sandbox, Decentraland, VVverse. you know, I was big on Sandbox before it even hit 50 cents. Just because I see one day all these metaverses I see kind of linking one day to where like you put on your headset and you can just kind of plug into whichever one you want. The same way, it's almost like I'm these will be like VR and AR. There's gonna be like two different ways. Like AR is gonna be like your everyday glasses, you know, because AR you can actually, you know, you can walk around in real life with AR, but you can also go on virtual field trips. Like imagine a classroom, everybody like taps a button from AR to VR to like just normal. Now we're in the classroom and we want to go take a field trip, and we can go anywhere. We can go to like the Statue of Liberty, and we just go in, and now we're in the Statue of Liberty. So I feel like VR, AR, and you're going to be able to plug into like the Sandbox world, the Decentraland world, the VeVe verse. Like you're going to be able to like plug into like all these different verses in AR and VR. It's just all going to get intertwined. It's so new right now. And it's so not frictionless right now. You know, it's not seamless. There's a lot of like delays, loading screens. It's buggy, it's clunky, it's not as seamless as and as thin as this yet. That's all going to change. It's the same way when cell phones were not as thin as the way they are right now. Like cell phones were, this is like look, it's kind of thin and bulky at the same time, I guess, because it's got a case on it. But like the way I look at it is like cell phones were. Let me take this case off. Like cell phones were just like a big bulky brick, right, with a huge antenna, and then slowly but surely over time, you know, Steve Jobs, aka David Yu. David Yu is like Steve Jobs and Jeff Bezos. I think who said Jeff Bezos before? I think it was Kyle. Shout out to Kyle. Like seamless. Like cell phones are gonna get seamless, just like this. And that's what's gonna happen with glasses. They're gonna get seamless, frictionless. Matter of time. I'm sure VeVe has their own too one day. Because they talked about how VeVe, like Dan always talks about this. You gotta listen close to AMAs. VeVe is a technology company. That means they're, you know, they're thinking a lot bigger than most people. You know, most people it's just a platform, just this, just that. No, they're huge. Not only are there like two companies, VeVe, Comey, they're a technology company. They're huge. Um, but yeah, I think all like the altcoins besides I don't call it Omi an altcoin. Omi is like the top dog. But like when you talk about like all the meme coins, etc., they're all hit or miss, like lottery. Sure, you can time them right and whatever, they're fun, but I mean, I like the big ones that I know are reliable projects that are going to be here for a long time. Like you can't tell me ETH's going to go away. Like all that stuff is not going to go away, man. Crypto is inevitable. Amazon just said they're probably going to announce it. They're only the first. All these different. I imagine the day where you can go to Wawa and pay with whatever you want, and they can just convert it to whatever they want. Maybe they want Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. Maybe they want fiat. But they're going to be able to convert it right on their phone, seamless and frictionless. That's not a thing yet. Guarantee you, that's what Square is about to do. What all these, it's just going to be QR codes and like transaction boom. It's going to be seamless and frictionless. I guarantee it. It's the way it's going to happen. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time. That's the way I say it. Maybe I'm wrong, and we can come back to this video and be like, "You were so wrong. They banned crypto for," but like, or we can come back to it and be like, "Wow." But I'm not the only one who called it. You know, like plenty of people have. That's just the way I see it happening. Let me get back to this live chat. See what y'all talking about, because that's the way I see it. I just got a 0588 Lady Rainicorn. Hopefully, it gets animated. Wow, I didn't even think about Rainicorn getting animated lately. I mean, I did in the very beginning, but I kind of left that as like, no, they won't. Good cop though. I mean, that's a low mint. Same man. Once we can take money off the app, I'll be looking to transfer profits into different crypto, mainly OMI, ETH, and Bitcoin. I mean, if you want to diversify, if you got enough OMI to you want to do it, I would never say diversifying is a bad thing. It's definitely a safe option. I just know I'm gonna try to get as I want to try to get as much OMI as possible because OMI is gonna be The utility is crazy with Omi. Like you're gonna in like a year from now, 2 years from now, you're gonna be like, wow, why didn't I just buy more Omi? Like the other one, the return on investment is gonna be crazy, and not only that, you're gonna want it for other things. You're gonna want to stake it. You're gonna want to buy land. You're gonna want to, buy a collectible that you wouldn't be able to buy otherwise. Wavy done the OG, yo, what up, man? That would be so dope having all the metaverses merging. I could see it happening one day, just click a button, but it's gonna take a little bit for that. That's not around the corner, that's gonna take a while. But things always start out with ideas and like rough edges. Like I remember the VeVe app was so clunky and like it was just kind of it was not smooth. It's gotten a lot smoother. They've done so much good work in such a short amount of time. If you think about it, only a couple months. It was laggy, a lot of things, and you were just to go back and forth with things, it would take a while. So they've done a great job at making the app a lot smoother. And it's only the beginning. It's going to get even better and better. JD, you think once we can bring some of these to OpenSea, people would possibly pay more compared to the VV market? Absolutely. This is what I see happening. Ready? It's gonna be a little trend, take these collectibles off the OpenSea, and people are gonna be listing them as ETH. These artists are probably gonna be the first ones to be, willing to take them out there. They said, the big licenses, it's gonna be a little bit of a hold up probably. So once they're artists and stuff like that, take it, like have their artwork be able to take it to OpenSea and be sold. People are gonna be spending ETH like crazy on it. And then those people who buy it, they're gonna want to use the utility. They're gonna want to have fun with it. That's when everybody, buys. Everybody who buys that stuff is gonna come back, find the VV app, start playing with it, get excited about the VV app, and all those prices I think are gonna kind of shift back to the VV. It's not like, oh, but you come to VV to sell for cheap. No, all those prices are gonna start to merge back, and with the adoption of more and more users, that's how I kind of see it kind of just exploding over time. Especially with the fact that you can buy it with Omi at that point. Like it's going to legitimize it so much more to people who are not or in the NFT space who are not in the VV. People who are into the NFTs right now who aren't in the VV see VV as like almost a Robin Hood. Oh, you don't own your keys, so you don't own the NFTs. That's fine if you think that. We can just keep buying the NFTs right now because we know the company. We know that's inevitable. We know the reasons why it's not that way right now. And it's a closed ecosystem. The people who are outside right now, they just don't understand that. They don't want to take the time to learn about the company. They don't want to take the time right now to learn about why it's a closed ecosystem. They just see that it's a closed ecosystem. You don't own your keys. It's not a real NFT. Well, that's fine. If you want to not learn about it, then we can keep buying them. And when that day comes, they'll be buying them. And we'll say, well, we were OGs. Like we welcome everybody because not only is it early, it's going to be early for everybody. A year from now, 2 years from now, they're going to be around for decades. It's just we're in a blessed position to be able to get the very, very first of the first. And that's the position we're in right now. I hope that answers your question. Does that answer your question? Only starting to pump again. I should have bought more. Is it pumping right now? Let's see what it is. It's almost back up to 0.003. Let's go. Everything's pumping right now. The big once Bitcoin pumps, the altcoins start to follow it. I see the second half of this year being a huge year for VV. Absolutely. Like every year after this point, it's just going to get more and more and more. Also, you got to think about everybody who joins after today. It's going to be like the majority of the people that join VV. Say VV has like 300,000 users, 400,000 users. It's going to have millions of users, right? So it's most of the people joining haven't even joined the app yet. So if you start a collection tomorrow, you're ahead of majority of the people that are going to be on VeVe. That's a perspective that most people I think aren't thinking about. Most people are joining right now and they're looking up at the collections and saying like, "Wow, I don't even want to begin." No, begin because you're still early. You're still gonna have a collection that's more than most of the people on the VeVe app. We just hit 1 hour on the live stream, and it's literally felt like 20 minutes. I may just have to do like a 24-hour live stream. Just finished the serial killer set. Let's go. I'm replying to you right now. Nice, man. It's always good to have a count. I think a lot of the artists, a lot of these collectibles, the artist collectibles, like the artist alley collectibles, you're gonna be able to take them off the app right away, whenever that's possible, if that's what you want. I'm not even gonna really do that. I don't think. I'm just gonna leave mine on the VeVe app. I mean, I love VeVe so much to where it's like, yeah, you may be able to take them off and make a little bit more, but I believe in the VeVe app so much to where it's inevitable. You're gonna be able to. It's almost like you can. That's like day trading me. Sure, you can move them off and like sell them for more, but people are just gonna come back and use it anyway. I'd rather just hold and wait till everybody comes back and uses it anyway. Just my opinion, thoughts on it. Not telling you that way is the way to go. I also like the red rabbit. I have one for sale right now, 229. That's actually a really cheap price, $230 for a 264 mint number, a sub 300 mint number. I like the red rabbit right away. It's a duplicate. That's the only reason why I have one up for sale. I like the red rabbit right away. That's the red labbit. I like the red rabbit and the red labbit. I don't know why. Just I think it's just the way it pops, like the white joint on the red labbit. I don't know the way that pops, and then the black eyes with the red labbit or red. Oh my god, I get it confused. The white joint on the red labbit, and then the black eyes on the red rabbit. I think they just both pop. The red rabbit I'll never sell though because I only have one of them. Once the big exchanges hit, see you later. Game over. Imagine this on Coinbase. Coinbase for Omi is literally Robinhood for Doge. Doge on Robinhood is Omi on Coinbase. Omi has a real utility in VeVe. Like Doge blew up for the community and also because the access, the ease of access. It was on Robinhood. Every kid, every person who's getting into investing, download Doge. It was like the gateway. Coinbase would be the gateway to Omi. I mean Binance too, but like Coinbase for the mainstream. Game over. Dancy is always talking about interoperability, which means going back and forth platform to platform. And eventually people will realize the best use case for these NFTs is on the app VeVeverse. Absolutely. Johnny Dunn really knows his stuff. Yo, I appreciate it, Wes. I don't know too much, man. I'm a student of the game. That's what I always like to say. I just constantly trying to learn from people. Learn from people, learn from the internet, and constantly just learn stuff I don't know. I'm curious about so much stuff, and that's what I think the key is like the willing to learn. And bro, I know what you mean. Doing live streams, time goes by so quick. It really does, Gail. It really does. I saw you do a live stream too the other day. I gotta start doing live streams at like normal times. I'm doing live streams at like night. This is probably my earliest one. I'm not gonna be on for too much longer this time though. I'm gonna get back to sleep. I had a couple nights sleep like a couple nights in a row of good sleep, and I felt so much better. I was going too long with not enough sleep. I'm getting such Ready Player One vibes from VeVe. Super Smash Bros. On crack. Imagine how much time we're in the VeVe world right now on Twitter and all that stuff. Imagine VeVe-verse, man. Yeah, I can't wait for the move to immutable X and more exchanges. That's what's going to legitimize everything. What do you do for a living, Johnny? VeVe. No, for real. I stopped kind of like real life for VeVe and just dove all in, pretty much just interacting with the community all day because that's what really makes things thrive, right? Like Twitter's been popping, and I want to make sure everybody's interacting with people. I'm constantly retweeting people who post pictures. Any picture who you guys probably saw, like I retweet everybody, right? Anybody who's posting pictures with VeVe and AR, I'm reposting, retweeting, interacting, engaging with people because I want people to see this. I want that's what spreads the community. People like when people get involved, and I've just dove all in on VeVe. But little background story on me though before I got into VeVe. I graduated college from Rowan University. I was a teacher, health and phys ed. So I was a gym teacher. I had a lot of fun doing it. Not the most lucrative job. You won't get paid the most, but I had a lot of fun, and the kids loved me. And I was almost like I could see myself being more as like a motivational type teacher, and that's what I want to be. I want to teach kids to go after what they really want in life. And I just felt so, almost like a hypocrite because I was in a position to where I just graduated college, and I wanted to be this teacher to where I was telling kids, go after what you really want. But I didn't really want to teach just yet because I was so hungry and so passionate to where I'm like, I'm seeing kids at recess and I'm like just sitting there with like a whistle. Like, what am I doing right now? And, not saying teaching's bad. Like, my mom's a teacher. So many people are teachers and they love it. And teaching was fun. But for me, I just felt like I could do that later. Right now, I'd rather take a chance, rather take a sacrifice and try to go after things that I really want to do because there's only a time limit in life, right? You can't always do this the rest of your life. And I got the teaching degree I could always fall back on. So at the time, I was still trying to play pro baseball, and I just never got an opportunity after college. And tried playing some kind of independent league, never got looks. I never threw hard enough as a pitcher, and I could hit too. I could play the infield, but as a pitcher, they're always like, you got to do one or the other. You can't do both, right? But I swore I could do both, but no one gave me a chance. No one gave me an opportunity. So never played baseball professionally. I still feel like I should go after it at some point. But then I'm back into golf now. So golf's kind of been like my main focus in sports. And you can't really have time to play all these different sports and do everything. So like golf has been my baby. I grew up playing golf my whole life. I was born to play golf, but I quit when I was like 12, 11-ish to play baseball full time. But since baseball didn't really work out the way I wanted to, transferring everything I learned, and I learned like hard work and the grind through baseball in college. So I feel like everything kind of played its role into why it happened. So transfer all that knowledge that I learned through baseball and hard work and the grind, really learned how to work hard back into the golf. And so I'm really trying to do golf now, along with VeVe and everything. But I haven't been golfing because of VeVe. VeVe's taken the whole grind, everything out of everything, and just been all VeVe. Me. It's gonna come back, but I got to be able to balance a little bit better. But other than that, I started a business in 2017 called Dunn's Fantasy Lineups, and it has to do with like FanDuel, DraftKings, but mostly FanDuel. Long story short, I would just make lineups for people to use monthly. They have like a monthly subscription, and then a few times a week, almost every day, I would post lineups to use on FanDuel, and then they would use it to go play in their lineups. And it did pretty well. I'm still doing it, but it's taken a little bit of a hit. I haven't been doing as well for people. It's been a little bit more inconsistent, just because so much of my time has been in VeVe. I can't. There's only 24 hours in a day, and I'm trying to do so much right now, to where some things do sacrifice. There is a balance to it, but it's been about 99% VeVe and everything in the community because it feels like my baby. But I'm still doing the business for now. Um, we've had people from all different states, including Canada, and it started back in 2016, 2017, I want to say. 2017 is when I first officially started, but I first played FanDuel when I was like in 2014, 2015. And then, the first contest ever I won out of 100 people was like 125 bucks. I won. I put in $5. And I was showing kids on my college baseball team at the time. Um, I was like, yo, look at this. And I started winning a little bit of money here and there. And it got to like a decent amount. And I was showing kids on my baseball team, like, look at this. And they're like, dude, screw you, done. I was like, no, look, I could do it for you. Just play what I'm playing, and if you win, you win the cash. Like, just throw me a little bit of cash for it. And so it worked the first night, and that's what gave me the idea. I was like, wow, I could do this for other people around the world if I just had a website, right? But I couldn't create a website. I didn't have to do that. So my buddy, shout out to Joe Kelly, he just graduated from college from the same school I was at, and he was a childhood friend that I grew up with. And so he created the website and he does all that background stuff. And I just worry about making the lineups and talking to the customers, etc. And so that's how we do it. And he found VeVe. I got him to join VeVe early too. So that was amazing. He's got a Nightwing. So that was his first drop too. So it was just insane. As soon as I got on that Nightwing drop and it worked for me and I got two of them, I texted him right away. I was like, yo, it's open. It's working. And he got on and he got one. It was crazy. But so I'm doing that and so I'm doing that, and that's kind of what the Duns Fantasy lineups is kind of what led me into making music. So 2018 now, fast forward a year of that doing the Duns Fantasy lineups, I had the microphone laying around because not this microphone, this one's expensive, but I had the $30 one laying around, so I was doing podcasts for the business, and I didn't really have fun doing the podcast, and they weren't really taking off. So I was like, all right, what can I do differently now to market the business? What if I made a song? I had no experience making a song. I had no music background or anything. I always liked, kind of rap music, hip hop. But I never tried making a song. So I made a song and, it's just raw vocals, no effects. Just got a YouTube beat, put some vocals behind it, and I made a song. And that's what led me down the rabbit hole of the whole music journey in 2018. I started learning that all these different effects. I'm still learning. I don't know much at all still. But that's why it's so great that it's Wonderful's here because it's like not only is he amazing with music, but he's such a great kid. I'm gonna eventually learn so much from just being able to mix and master. That's the stuff that he does so amazing. Like he's got mad talent, like with flow and just being just a music genius that he is. But he's also got the skills over time that he's learned to be able to mix and master like a professional studio quality and make his stuff sound amazing. I don't have that yet. Like there's some songs that come out crisp and clean, but like I'm still just pressing buttons and stuff like that. I don't really know exactly what I'm doing. So, but 2018 I knew nothing, right? And I was just putting stuff on SoundCloud. I had no idea how to put stuff on iTunes yet, Apple Music, Spotify. And so I put my first like two songs on Spotify or SoundCloud, and I got one of the comments was like, "Yo, I can't find this on iTunes. How do I buy it?" And that right there just tripped me out. I was like, "What?" I was like, "I don't even know how to put it on iTunes right now." He's asking me how to buy it. I was like, "This is insane." So that moment, I looked it all up. I was like, "All right, how do I put it on iTunes? I got to figure this out." Figured out what TuneCore was, and this is like right as I was discovering Russ, like the artist. So I was like, "Whoa, this is exactly what Russ did. He put it all on TuneCore." So I found what TuneCore was. It distributes it all on Spotify, iTunes, all that stuff. So I did that, and I just kept learning. I made a music video. I had no idea how to make music videos. I got my iPhone out there. Got one of my buddies to shoot a music video for me. I just have fun with it. I loved it, so I didn't care. People saw like I was making music out of nowhere, and people didn't know what to think at first, and I didn't care because I loved doing it and I had a good intent behind it. I wasn't talking reckless stuff. I was talking about past experiences, using it as like education and motivating people because I have the teaching background, so I knew kids are going to be kind of following and looking up to it. So I have a good message in the music. It's not like it's a bad message, and so I just went for it. I had a lot of fun doing it. It taught me a lot. Not only with the music side of like learning the effects and stuff, I still got more to learn, but the video editing side, I had no idea how to edit videos. So it taught me so much. It took me like 6, 7 hours to edit my first couple of videos. It still does. Whole music video takes a long time to edit. Like every couple seconds, you're doing different transitions and everything. So it kind of led me into me being able to make VeVe videos. I haven't really even gotten my creative bag with VeVe videos yet. I've been just been like whipping up stuff because I've been just so not mentally drained because it's fun what I'm doing. It's just I've been just so like exhausted with everything that's been going on. Like March and April took so much out of me where I feel like I've been treading water ever since and like trying to get back up to steam. But like I just know I just got to keep going and eventually get a little bit more balanced sleep schedule and I'll be able to get back in my creativity bag. All right, let me catch up with all these. Ready Player One vibes for sure. I hope that answers what I do. I'm doing a lot, doing a bunch of different things, trying to make things work, basically, and nothing was really working. And VeVe, like with the business and everything, it's working, but it's not at a point where I can support myself and move out, and it's not there yet. Um, but like everything was like almost coming to like a dead end. You know, I'm getting older. Feel like dang, like time's running out. Do I just go get a full time career job teaching and kind of just move on? With everything. And then VeVe happened, and it was just like, whoa, this is like my one opportunity I've been waiting for. Everything kind of happened, spiraled, and like I feel like perfect time. Like now with YouTube, I've got over 1,000 subscribers because of the whole music journey. Like everything's just been like unfolding, like amazing. So blessed to have found VeVe when I did, just unbelievable timing. Speaking of Doge, it has almost the same amount of coins as Omi, and Doge hit close to 90 cents. Those that don't think Omi won't hit that are sleeping, especially with Omi burns. Listen, I'm not one to like promote the coin and everything, like talk about numbers because I'm no crypto expert, but I do know some things. And the things that I know are staking, buying collectibles with Omi, the accessories that are going to be bought every second, the burns that are going to happen, major exchanges like Coinbase, when people can invest in that, it's just going to be insane. More licenses that get announced. Like when Marvel hit, the pump that happened there, it got the 1 penny before Marvel news. It got the 1 penny on one hard to get exchange. It got the 1 penny on one hard to get exchange. Like what happens when it's on Coinbase, Binance, all this stuff? 5 cents, 10 cents. 3 years from now, like it's just inevitable. Things aren't gonna pump right away. People are used to crypto, 6 months, I'm a millionaire. Well, this is a real project. This is a real business. This is a real company. This is like top tier A list. This is like the next Facebook, Amazon, Twitter, Netflix, all in one. This is big. It's going to take a little bit. It's inevitable though. Just wait till video games start offering NFTs as rewards. The future is bright, my friend. I think so too. World of Warcraft has been losing a lot of players. Imagine if Blizzard does something with VeVe to bring people back. Dan C is a big Blizzard fan. Can't imagine. Finally able to join in. Let's go. I'm glad you can make it. I'm gonna hop off in a little bit, but I'm glad you're here, my man. Do you have any hole in ones in golf? Just out of curiosity. I do, but none that I can remember. So I was born out the womb basically to play golf. Like I started playing golf when I was 2 years old. I was on Channel 6 News when I was 4 years old. I started winning golf tournaments like first place when I was 7, 8, 9, 10, and I quit when I was 11 for baseball. um, I got a hole in one when I was like 6 years old at a par three course. I don't even remember it. It's my only hole in one. I haven't got a hole in one since I was 6. So it's been about 20 years. It's been about 20 years since I got my first hole in one. If I said that to you, probably think I was like 50 years old. I'm due for another hole in one. I'm due. I was in the middle of a swing change, and now I'm kind of like all in my head a little bit with my swing. I haven't been golfing in like all month. Um, Last year, I got like I overplayed and got in a really bad habit and had a really flat, disgusting looking backswing. So I've been trying to get like more vertical and like a more normal backswing now. But now I'm like all in my head about my swing. So I don't know. I'm all over the place right now. I care more about VeVe. Let's just say that. Does VeVe have MLB? We don't know for sure, but I think they got almost everything. I definitely want some MLB VeVe NFTs. I'm so trash at daily fantasy. Season long, I'm better, but it's taking a backseat this year. I hear you, man. I hear you. I mean, daily fantasy is hard. You ready? NBA daily fantasy, I think, is the easiest. I actually did my poorest this NBA season out of like the last 3 years. But NBA is literally, I think, the easiest because it's the most controlled variables. MLB, I think, is one of the hardest because you have outside variables. The rain, if you pick a guy in a rain delay, 0 points. Plus, you have so many people in MLB. You have guys getting called up left and right. Plus, it's so long. So it's like the dog days of August and all that stuff, guys. So it's like MLB and it's every day. MLB is by far the hardest. Um, NFL is a little bit better because it's not every day and it's a little bit more consistent. You know what people are probably going to do. I think it goes like NBA is number one, NFL is number two, and then MLB is the third hardest. I do three sports. Sometimes golf, PGA, but mostly just those three sports right there. I like season long too. We're doing the VV Omi League this year, ESPN Fantasy League. My dream, if I ever make serious money off crypto NFTs, is buy a synthesizer. I know how to play guitar and bass. Oh, and I know a tiny bit of piano, mostly of course. Dude, that's awesome, man. See, I wish I had a music background like that. Like I can't play instruments. I wish I could because it would give me so much better like just rhythm and flow and like just be able to be like one with the music so much more. So shout out to you, man. Good job. I hope you do get enough to be able to do that. You got a few hustles done. Thanks, man. I mean, I could have picked it's not an easy route because teaching's hard. I mean, it's easier said than done. Trust me. You got to deal with parents too. Like, but in my head, the easy route was like to pick my degree of choice, teaching route, career, and go move out. And make my 40K before taxes at the low end, and just live like. And I was like, I just don't want to do that. I see if everything all else fails, all the like sports, business, music, all this stuff fails, I can go do that and say at least I tried. Like that was like my head, right? It's all about that Gary V approach. Like I've been following Gary V for years. So shout out to you, Gary, if you're watching this. Like that follow meant so much, man, because I've been watching you and your videos for so long now. I know everybody who meets you says that, but like I've really been executing and really been like not just talking about it, but really been preaching about all this stuff to where I don't feel as if like 28 is too old. I feel like I'm just beginning. I feel like I got my college degree. So now I've been putting the pedal down and going after all these different things that I want. But it has been getting to the point where it's like I'm getting close to my 30s now and I'm like, time's ticking, things haven't been like moving. And I've been feeling like that like urge of like, are things getting like is it time to wrap it up? And like I'm never gonna actually give up. Like but it's those outside pressures from society that like puts those pressures on you. Like time's running out. I know time's not running out. I mean, 30 is still so young, but it's like just living at your mom's house, all this stuff, all these pressures from outside society, like outside, just society. But when you stop and realize like you don't care about what other people think and you have a greater mission, that's when you realize like okay, none of that stuff matters. Like you can make fun of it, you can say this, they can say that, but I'm not after the same stuff they're after. So Gary Vee always talks about that kind of mindset, and so that's why I want to say shout out to you, Gary, because hearing those things just gives you a little bit more, validation of like, okay, no, it's okay to be on the path that I am, because a lot of these people aren't trying to chase after the things I'm chasing after. I just want to be great. And I feel like I can be great. So I don't want to like just look back in a year or two and be like, wow, I had an opportunity to capitalize on something and I just didn't do it. So Did you get the golden bunny? I did not, man. Biggest thing is maybe 60% of users knew about the golden bunny and there was no capture. I knew about it and I didn't get it. I knew about it from the Toy Tokyo Instagram. I saw Kyle Wilson post it. He tagged Toy Tokyo. I went checked it out. I was like, "Yo!" And then I posted on Instagram, and I just waited. It was like 10 minutes, and I was like, "Oh man," like 13 minutes or something like that. Bro, we hired a music video film guy to shoot our video, and boy, it was expensive, but so worth it. If you can edit your own, that's amazing. Yo, I feel like something just like I had an itch or something like that. But yo, check out my videos. If you haven't checked out my videos right now, go check out my YouTube videos, all my music videos. I edit every single one myself. I don't have the best equipment. You know, I try to do my hardest, man. Some of my music videos took like 6-7 hours straight through, and the dedicate video. I don't even want to talk about what I had to do with that dedicate video. That was insane. So I had to literally do that video like 5 times. It was probably about 4 times. The first time I did it, and once I exported it, or I saved it, I kept saving it before I would export it, and that was the problem. I saved it right before I exported it, and it literally crashed my computer 3 times. I edited it. So imagine me just sit there 6 hours through, edited the whole video. I saved it right before I exported it. Boom, crashed the computer. It like froze the whole thing, and I had to restart it. I was like, oh my gosh. All right, next try. Edit it all again. Same thing. I did it 3 times, and then finally I was like, I'm not saving it. Boom, exported it, and then that's what it was. So I'll never forget that one. So I was just finally happy to get it out there. It was cool. I did it on a bridge. I had so much more footage, but like I said, the fourth time I kind of just was like a little bit rushed. I only spent like a few hours on it, but I was like, I just spent so long on that. I had to learn so much, and I'm glad I did it because it taught me a lot. I feel like I can edit videos with ease now. Being able to match like the audio behind the visual, basically. But check out my videos, yeah, man. All my music videos, I edit it all myself. On a crappy little app laptop, free software. Just my iPhone I used, and my buddy shot some of. I even did one music video. I shot my entire self. Just not afraid to fail. I feel like something landed on my back earlier. That's why I bugged out. Um, what up, G? You got a secret rare? Yo, what up, Brendan? I don't, man. I wish I did. When David you posted May Omi shout out about 0.005. Imagine when we get 5 to 6 top tier exchanges. It's gonna be insane. We hold long term like golden goose egg. Wow. Oh my god, that is dope. I got one when I was 26. Oh, the whole one. Oh yeah, man. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. 26. That is awesome. Good friends. Grandfather got a hole in one on a par four. What? Like Happy Gilmore, man. Yo, what up, DJD? I have a washing machine swing. I don't even know what that looks like. The Space Jam Marketplace opens in 2 days. I wonder what I can sell my rare for. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen with that. That paycheck note is dope as fuck, man. That paycheck note. What do you mean by that? Dang, Brendan, you're killing an NFT game. Trying to hatch the chicken without an egg. First in the world. I'm in the early 40s and I only got into crypto this year. You have plenty of time. Oh yeah, man. And 40, man. Gary Vee talks about that. Like, don't feel like you're old either, man. You're still mad young. But I appreciate you saying that. Like, you got plenty of time. I think crypto is mad young. I think it's in its very, very early stages. It's not going away. Like, it's not like we're gonna get 3 years here and 3 years from now it booms and we're just never gonna talk about it. It's here to stay, like for decades. Like we're only going to get more adopted into it. What's going to happen is just more of the masses are going to get into it. It's still really early. Most of the people aren't in the crypto just yet. Yeah, I don't. Crypto isn't even widely adopted yet, but it's going to blow up. Absolutely. Like we're like right on the cusp, I think, of really mainstream adoption. By 2022, 2023, it's full blown on. Everything's getting paid in Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, all these different, all these different cryptos. Yep, I think so too. Absolutely. All right, guys. I could be on the, I think we're at hour and a half right now in chat. It's not a 3 hour live stream. Half of that, it's about hour and a half. Hit that thumbs up button for me if you guys are tuned in. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed just yet. It's your boy Johnny Dunn. I'm gonna tune out for a little bit. Crazy weekend, Comic Con. We had the Call of the Cthulhu just drop. Absolutely insane. That was one of my favorites. You gotta have the whole set of that. That's the first Comic Con exclusive ever set. We're gonna have other Comic Cons. And next year we're gonna have the physical one. And to have the first Comic Con ever, that's kind of why I wish I had the set of the rabbits, because to have the full set of everyone, that's gonna be kind of legendary. So shout out to everybody who got that. I was not able to get the rabbit set. Maybe in the future, I can sell a couple duplicates and reinvest and get those. There's just too many things to reinvest in right now. Um, and we're only beginning. I just can't stop thinking about when Spider-Man, Jurassic Park, and Star Trek drops. Can you imagine Star Wars? I don't want to speculate. Maybe I just speculated, but Star Trek we do know of, and that's gonna be insane. My dad was even a fan of Star Trek, so that's the thing too. Like before I go, I want to talk about this. I could talk about like all these different topics, but like my dad was a fan of Star Trek, and it got him like kind of thinking like, oh, so like a lot of people who were like maybe iffy or not on the fence yet of NFTs and collectibles, they may just not see a brand that they like. Once they see a brand that they like, they're gonna really dive into. Maybe now I like it. Maybe they're not a fan of Batman and Superman just yet, but when their favorite brand of something drops, that's when they're gonna start to be like open minded about it. So just want to talk about that before I go, because this weekend was crazy. Call of the Cthulhu, then we had the Mondo, then we had the rabbits. Like so many things happened. I love them all, man. I wish I got the gold secret rabbit. That would have just been the icing on the cake. But you can't have your luck every single time. I'm blessed to have what I got. Shout out to everybody who got something. And like I always say, if you guys didn't get anything this weekend, don't feel bad. Plenty more drops to come. There's gonna be 4 drops a week at one point. You're gonna have plenty of chances to get something. My advice would be stack up those gems and buy stuff you really like. Don't just try to complete every set, because you're not gonna be able to compete with people. I'm at the point now to where I love completing sets. I'm gonna try to, but if I can't, I'm gonna just go after what I love, because at the end of the day, you're gonna be having these collectibles, and you don't want to get stuck with stuff you don't like. So, my word of advice for this video, if you don't take anything else I say, is make sure you buy what you love, because if you can't sell it for whatever reason, God forbid, you're gonna love it. So that's what I gotta say. Shout out to everybody, who shout out to the team. They had to make a pivot, and they were able to pull it off. This is only beginning. So shout out to everybody who had fun this weekend. I had a blast. We're tuning out. It's your boy Johnny Dunn, and we back with another one next time. I'm gonna do the Johnny Dunn show. I think we're at number 14 now. So after this, I'm gonna put out a tweet about who's. I'm not gonna do every single set, because there's a lot of sets. So I'm gonna probably pick one of my favorites from each set, and somebody can send them to me, and I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna learn a lot about the book. I might have to do the book or the gold statue from the Cthulhu set, but I'm gonna do one of those. I'm gonna learn about it. I'm gonna talk about it, and we're gonna do all 3 of them. One or 2 from each set. So I'm gonna talk about them. Put it up here. Maybe the gold statue. I like the gold statue a lot. I kind of regret selling my second one, and I always think about, do I sell the second one to get that completed Mondo set? Because the Mondo set, you know, I like the Mondo a lot. There's not many editions, so even though they're all posters, I think they're gonna grow. Yeah, I don't. Crypto isn't even widely adopted yet, but it's gonna blow up. I just said that. Good night, bro. Yeah, man. Take it easy, guys. I'm tuning it off. It's your boy Johnny Dunn. We out.